Okay guys and girls, I'm going to give you a little bit of a heads up on the rear main oil seal fitting tool. With this rear main, you'll probably at some point need to change it, and you have to take this off first of all to get to the end of the crank before you can change the seal. Now the crank should have a bevel on it here, and it's quite kind to these sort of lipped seals with a garter. These single lip seals usually come in a gasket set, and you can see that here. And it is a bona fide part. Okay, so that's an easy seal to fit as long as you don't lose the garter off the back. Right, the general Doughty seal, which you'll find more often, which has a Teflon edge, you'll find it like this, okay? Now these are a bit more tricky to get on. You have a sleeve protector and there is the lip of your seal. And trying to fit it on like this, it won't happen. They're different seals. Right, I'll just bring it over to the camera so you can have a closer look. And fitting it on the edge of the crank, that won't go. That will screw up immediately. And I'm sure we've all been there at some point. I have 18G1344, which is a sleeve protector tool. And this is what guides the seal onto the end of the crank. It's very much shown in workshop manuals, as you see to your right. 18G1344. As you notice, it actually describes that you need to knock the seal into the flywheel housing before fitting. Right, so our flywheel housing is going back on, and we're using the tool and slipping this over. And this guides the seal so the lip doesn't get damaged, and it fits onto the crank like that. Obviously there's a little bit more to this, but this is just a demonstration. The crank side of the tool fits in to the crankshaft just like that, and you'd think it was almost made for the job. Okay, so we'll get this out of the way. You don't need one to pull the flywheel housing off. And what we have here is an alternative. Yes, you've guessed it, this is the seal protector that you get with your seal. And it's exactly the same size on this edge here, and it fits onto the crankshaft like this. So when you're fitting your seal, and you should really have this fitted before you fit the seal, don't go try and pushing it on the crankshaft beforehand. Right, that fits on like that, and you can draw the seal on with your flywheel housing obviously, and there you go. There your seal is fitted perfectly. That's what that plastic piece is for. It's a sleeve protector for transport, and it's also a protector when fitting. One thing you do not need is a nick or a dent or anything in that seal edge, otherwise it will leak straight away. Right, so just as a heads up, the 300 TDI, this is the crank seal or the rear main for the TDI, and it also has a plastic sleeve protector, okay? And believe it or not, it does actually fit on the 200 TDI crank as well. Alright, like that. So just to show you that it works okay. Obviously it would be a little bit different with it on the engine block, but yeah, there you have it basically. Okay, same Teflon lipped seal.